Hey, what's up, guys? We're here for some standard. We're going to play with our terrible Renown deck, and we'll see how the games go. I have played a bunch of matches with it, and it's fun. I'll give it that. I enjoy playing it. It just doesn't have answers to a lot of things, so you're just kind of relying on your opponent not playing like an artifact or an enchantment or, something. So if your opponent plays nothing, you're very likely to win. But otherwise, it's kind of iffy. That said, there are some cards that have impressed me. This card is way better than it looks. If you've already got a Renown guy in play and you know you're going to be able to get through an attack, casting this is pretty good. Ooh, okay. That's cute. And yeah, Relic Seeker and Kytheon's Irregulars have really impressed me too. Those cards, I think. Oh, and Sword of the Animist, I think is really good. I think those cards could definitely make another deck. So I'm gonna take the information I learned from this and build that deck. Consul's Lieutenant is in this deck not great because this, in fact, I need to change the number of planes in the deck because I consistently don't have enough white mana. But in a mono white deck, I think it could be great. It's very swingy. Like late in the game, it might not do anything, but if you get it through once, it's not too hard to get a 2/1 first strike through if you're attacking with it on turn 3, but you're not always doing that. So here I'm gonna play Castellan. Hopefully I don't get countered here. Clash of Wills or whatever. Nope. Okay. Yeah, so next turn depends on what I draw. I can either play Lieutenant and another 2-drop, or play the first Wardens and attack, or I could just play the other Castellan too. Depends on what he does here. So if I can load up for a turn where I get to draw like 2 extra cards or something like that, that can really spiral. So that's what I found with this deck. No attack is weird. I guess he really doesn't want me to renown my guy. So you see here, I can't play my 2-drops because of the double white in the Lieutenant, which is annoying. Now, since he kept that fairy back, I'm thinking either he has a trick or he's going to chump block to keep me from getting Renown, because maybe his blue deck doesn't have a good way to deal with the 4/5 Vigilance, which, is reasonable to assume. Getting a phone call. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. We're back here. I think I'm just gonna attack here and then play another Castellan, perhaps. No. So no attack and no block is really confusing to me. Okay, so we get our Renown trigger. Eventually. And play another guy. Alright, so opponent missed some land drops. They've got a 1/1 flyer that they did not attack nor block with. So I don't know what's going on their side of the board, but obviously our position seems pretty favorable at the moment, but things can change very rapidly. Okay, planes. The plot thickens. Maybe this is blue-white flyers. So in case you didn't watch the deck tech, my plan is to, build around all the, limited decks in Magic Origins, because I had a lot of fun playing limited in that set, this set, and see which of them are constructed viable and which aren't when pushed to sort of an all-in standpoint in Standard. So this is all-in Renown. Okay, so it looks like here we're going to be able to hit for a bunch. Maybe even draw a card. Here I'm going to play the Wardens, which incentivizes him to block here, which means he's going to take 4. Or he's going to take 6 and I'll draw a card, which is even better. Okay. That's great. Don't block. Let my guy get huge. Let me draw a free card. Ah, nice. And then I'm going to play this Lieutenant for those in Canada, and pass back. I think I look a little different on the monitor here. Shaved my beard and lost 20 pounds. Still got about 50 more to go, but we'll work on it. Yoked Ox making an appearance. So our opponent perhaps made deck out of draft leftovers or something. So that's the way to start. That's what you gotta do. Draft, or maybe crack packs, who knows. And that's how Magic was originally. When I started playing Magic back in Revised, there were these things called tournament packs, and they were kind of like 60 cards, I think. And how you would play is pare it down to 40, and that's your deck. And they were usually, or just play it as is. Just put all the lands that you had and all the cards in there and just play them against each other. And as you bought more packs, you would kind of like take a card out, put a card in, and try to do it that way to build a deck. And that's how I built decks for most of, when Magic was when I was still playing paper Magic, and back in the day, in the infancy of Magic. That's how I would do it. And it was fun. It was fun, and I like that style of playing. It's like really more fair in a lot of ways. I could do a lot of different things here. But I think what I'm going to do is play this Warden. So if either of these two guys hit, I get to draw 2 cards. And attack. With everybody. Please block something. Come on, man. Any which way you slice it, my opponent is in a bunch of trouble. Unless he goes like Plains Whelming Wave or something. That would be pretty sweet. I still think I could get my stuff down before him because I have more cards in play. I mean, more lands in play. F7 to stack like triggers. Always yield. Okay, another Plains, another Relic Seeker. Opponent at 7. We have 8, 11, 13, 14 power on the board. So, looking good. Opponent must be new. He's playing very, very slow. We're on turn 6, and it's like 8 minutes in. 9 minutes. I think I'm just gonna play this sword. I don't think I need to run out any more dudes. Strategist walk on the ferry. Is an interesting play because now it's no longer a blocker, which makes him dead on board. Not that he wasn't like tremendously dead to begin with because of Rogue's Passage, but alright, looks like opponent has conceded the match. That was not a very informative game, so maybe we can get a better one going.